Going to meet a man who has just a series of books that he says will give school.
That is not included in the statistics I gave out at the beginning of the program, the 30 to 50%. And I think there is such a large number of women suffering from that. And it seems to me that oftentimes, in general in our society, that's not considered abuse.
It's not, and those women are in the position.
Right. What types of abuse are there? The first type of abuse that comes to mind is physical abuse, but I know that's not the only
And
kind.
I think most people think that somebody got a black eye, somebody got a broken bone.
You were referring to the Virgil Bender case. Why don't you explain that a little bit for people who aren't familiar with it?
Well, in May,
you can just use with native snakes, just a pair of leather gloves is fine. Remove them, put them in a pillowcase to move them, tie off the top, move them, release them in a different area, and what you need to do is find out how they're getting in and seal up your basement, because there's obviously some cracks in the foundation that they're getting in through. And if you want to keep them out permanently, that's what you need to do, seal up your basement.
Now you have some events coming up at the Wildlife Sanctuary. We could discuss a couple of them, a few coming up.
What else we do, we're going to lose them.
Right. Now, I'm going to try to hold it, but it can't hurt me, right? Okay.
No, it didn't. It felt pretty good with me. If I can get it unwrapped from the chair.
That tongue makes me nervous, but that doesn't mean anything, right?
No, he's just sensing that's a new person. He's just smelling and trying to find out where he's going.
Bypass his head, put his head over here. Okay, we'll just take his body.
If we can get him unwrapped here.
Now, are you saying that this is not fully grown, the bugs?
In February, especially for Wisconsin, it really has no meaning, because there are no groundhogs out in February in Wisconsin. Maybe farther south in Ohio and in places like that where the winter is less severe.
Right.
By February, things may be greening up a little bit.
It has that odor to protect itself from other animals out in the wild. What does a woodchuck have?
A woodchuck basically all winter long.
How long will he sleep?
He's usually in hibernation by mid-October or November, and he gets up sometime in March.
Our society is reward and punishment. If you go to a job, they usually offer incentives. If you do something that's not right, there's a punishment involved. You'll go to jail or you have a fine. So aren't you preparing your child for
You're preparing
adulthood?
a child for an adulthood in this society, which is and what happens to me if I don't do it. In a reward-oriented household, a child asks, what do they want me to do, and what do I get for doing it? They're really pretty similar to each other, and they get obedience for the short term, but nothing more.
But don't people, and including children, do better when there's an incentive involved?
No. Kids only do better in the now.
That was read in this story was written to help children understand autism. It's called Joey and Sam, and it was written by Seth's mother. And if you're interested in a copy, the book will be available in stores around the country probably by late fall.
You know, Linda, I think we should say that the inclusion programs don't only exist for autistic children, but children with other disabilities as well.
That's true, and the whole idea is to get them into classes so that they learn better. And yet
First Lady Hillary Rodham Clinton adding her good wishes to Paula and Haley. And the little baby boy's name is Jared, who made his debut on Saturday. Welcome back to CBS This Morning. I'm Harry Smith.
And I'm Giselle Fernandez filling in for Paula.
Paula, oh my goodness.
Don't believe them.
It's time now for this morning's headlines. Haiti's military rulers are facing a UN maternity leave.
Right. And
Morning.
Mark is here, of course.
Man.
Oh, and I'm here too. I'm a little late, but I'm here. Sorry, guys.
It's Kermit.
How are you?
He's here to tell us about his new video.
Yes. Well, no, actually, I'm here to do the weather.
Wait a minute.
That's right.
I don't think this pond's big enough for the two of us here, Kermit.
Oh, well, listen, I don't want to step on any flippers, but I'm here to learn from the
Watch some football games after that?
Oh,
Two
big
good
time.
games today. We have what? Detroit, Chicago,
Right.
and then Dallas,
Miami.
later in the day.
Yeah.
So it can be a vegetable all day long.
Oh, there's something for everyone today. You've got the football, you've got the parade, and food.
Yes! It's good to be in America.
You'll
Some
love
turkey
this.
and some other things. And of course, we will be back right here tomorrow, and then we're going to talk about shopping.
Yeah, because tomorrow's called
Black Friday.
That's right, big shopping day. We'll all see you tomorrow, folks. Have a nice Thanksgiving. Thanks for making us a part of your morning.
With Katie and Willard, the Macy's Day Parade.
Now, did that catch your attention? Did that just...
If she's going to have anything that's ugly, it might as well be your feet. Good for her.
Yeah, we got Gordon Elliott coming up in this hour, and he's in Las Vegas. Mark is wrapping up a great week in London. Good morning again.
Good morning. Does she have ugly feet, Harry? Does Julia Roberts have ugly
You're going to have
feet?
to watch the segment and find
I guess I am going to have to.
And a
Thanks
big smile.
to Leif Backlund of Franklin, New Jersey, for working so hard to play our theme this morning. Welcome back to CBS This Morning. I'm Harry Smith.
I'm Giselle Fernandez here for Paula Zahn.
We're going to make your holidays mouth-watering. This morning, we're already just kind of... Our old buddy Patricia Wells is going to be along to show you some great delicacies, yes, that you can put together for your holiday season that take...
Good morning, America. I'm Bill Ritter.
And good morning. I'm Lisa McCree of ABC News. It's Sunday, December 26th. 'Tis the day after Christmas, and we hope you're enjoying your holiday weekend. Ahead this morning, was it crowded in church last night? Of course, the holiday season turns.
Sunday as we begin our second year on the air and as we ring in the new year, 1994.
And don't forget to tune in tomorrow to Good Morning America. Former Secretary of State George Shultz will talk about the world events in 93 and what's ahead in 94. Also, music and muscle, I guess you could say an underwear sensation, Marky Mark, and comedian Rosie O'Donnell are among all the guests. And would you work a shorter work week to avoid being laying off? We'll look at the possibility and feasibility of a 4-day work week.
That'll do it for us. Thanks for sharing your Sunday with us. Enjoy the rest of your holiday weekend. If you're going to hit the roads, drive safely. See you
Happy
later.
holidays.
With Mike Schneider and Jackie Nesprawl.
Good morning, everyone. Happy New Year once again. Mike Schneider has the day off. Well, coming up on today, we're going to talk about Cuba, Castro, and where they're headed with the Reverend Jesse Jackson. We're also going to hear some predictions for what's ahead for Hollywood stars from some big-name psychics and find out the odds of...
I was going to ask you how you got involved with the Bay Area Humane Society.
I was approached 2 years ago by passing on of diseases amongst animals. If one animal gets parvo, as an example, many of the other dogs then become infected because this disease is airborne and it's carried through this one system. Our new building is designed to have 3 systems. One for the cats, one for dogs and animals, and then one...
Home to his resting place, Richard Nixon will be buried there on the grounds of his presidential library and birthplace following funeral services on Wednesday. And good morning, everyone. I'm Charles Gibson.
And I'm Joan London. It is Monday. It is April 25th.
Good to be back with you.
Yeah,
Missed you
nice
last
to
week.
have you back.
The Nixon story has been one that we've been talking about. And I'm Charles Gibson.
And I'm Joan London. It's Monday, April 25th.
When Richard Nixon took office in 1969, this nation was deeply divided over the Vietnam War, you may remember. Mr. Nixon had pledged to end that war and...
Daughters to work. I mean, you're going out into the schools then and getting them excited. Well, it's been lovely having you here. Right now, everybody can buy Remember Me.
Thank you, Joan. And you keep writing, Jamie. Think royalty checks.
Thank you. And save... Lovely having you here. Right now, everybody can buy Remember Me.
Thank you, Joan. And you keep writing, Jamie. Think royalty checks.
Someday they'll all be put together.
Don't throw one of them out.
All right. Good to see you, Mary.
Good to see you, Joan. Jamie.
And thank you, Jamie. All right, after a break, tips on redoing your bathroom when Good Morning America continues. for suspense, climbing the New York Times bestseller list as usual. And the queen of suspense joins us this morning. And because it's Take Our Daughters to Work Day, and because she's a very, very big fan of Mary Higgins Clark, my oldest daughter Jamie is my co-host for this part of the show this morning for the interview. And you obviously took your daughter to work with you since she also became in it, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you write about them like they're real. Do you really believe in ghosts?
Oh, absolutely, Joan. I mean, my house isn't.
You say accuracy is very important.
And I just love teaching in those classes. I was in the 4th grade. Those kids were so smart. We were planning our own story.
See, no, that's...
Are you all right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, hey! Welcome back to the program.
Every time I come here, you plant. Now we know how to repel ants, gnats, moths, fleas, but I wonder if there's an indoor plant that'll repel cockroaches.
Not a chance. We looked into it and no.
No, wishful thinking on my part.
Wishful thinking. I need one to repel water bugs. I have no roaches at home, but like I get one huge like rainforest-sized water bug a month.
It's a New York phenomenon, no doubt. Well, we go back now to the Kansas City Zoo, where meteorologist Bruce Jones from our Kansas City affiliate KMBC.
Entire foot on the platform and push up using the buttocks.
Whoa.
Push up, right.
Okay, so no more elevators, right?
Well, you know, if you wear comfortable shoes, you would just use your legs and push up like this.
Okay.
Try it. Stand up here, right? But not use your arms.
Now that works your thighs. I feel it there.
But watch on the way down. Go really slow. Go really slow, and just sit back down. It's like it makes you look really graceful, but at the same time, you're using the muscles in your buttocks. So you could think of using your quads on the way up and resist. It becomes, you know, you build it into your schedule, and it becomes like a little body shaper that you put into your everyday activity.
Now you also recommend going up and down stairs.
Yeah, stairs are great.
Okay, let's try that.
When I worked.
And good morning, Melanie. Good morning, everyone. Melanie's actually going to be with us. I'm Charles Gibson this morning.
And I'm Willow Bay this morning as well, sitting in for John London.
Actually, we're Charlie Gibson and Willow Bay every day, but we also are this morning. On screen, life is good for actress Melanie Griffith. I love that phrase, life is good. There was Randy Travis, I think, was on our show a couple of months ago and said, my life is good. He got about 6 syllables into good. But anyway, life is good for Melanie Griffith. She's now still...
See this sweater?
I do.
It's a scientific breakthrough of sorts because it wasn't dyed this color, it actually grew this way because breeders have figured out how to grow cotton in a range of colors. And that may be good news for consumers and the environment. That story coming up. Also, Spencer saying gee whiz this week because of a hot-selling device that tells you how much time you've got left in life. He'll show us how it works after a few more ticks of the clock. But first, we'll get caught up with all the news. Here's Morton Dean at the news desk. Mort?
Right. Habits die hard. Tim mentioned in the piece that Home Improvement is Wednesdays at 9, and it isn't anymore. The new season finds the show on Tuesdays at 8 here on ABC.
And be sure to watch Good Morning America this week for part 2 of a candid interview about Iran-Contra with Robert McFarland.
We'll see you next week.
Have camera, will travel. Our next guest is a noted photojournalist who has gone around the world to shoot some of the most famous faces of our time. We're happy to say that Linda Celebrity Profiles. Good morning, Linda.
Good morning.
Hi. So what are you going to be bringing us?
They're actually photographic essays comprised of
We have
Tony Bennett as an artist, not as a singer, but as an artist. And today we have...
Would you do it again alone? Well, we're glad you're here, and I'm glad it was you and not me who was doing it.
Much. Bravo.
Thanks, Denise.
Mama didn't raise no fool.
Well, now with the 5-day forecast, we were talking.
Fascinating story, John. Thanks very much.
Thank you.
In a moment, the topic of conversation, and NBC's John Palmer is here to tell us why. John, good morning and welcome back to Today.
Thank you, Elizabeth. Thank you very much. Well,
giving up everything there is, right? Elizabeth, does that sound like a lot of tomorrow's show? We'll discuss it. I can give up anything, anytime.